Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, welcome to war number 1 of season 25. So last season, there was a few corrupt files, so I did not get every single war video up. I had a few phone problems, but we are going to be hopefully getting all the videos up this season. So, first war of the season, I did not want to do what happened last season and die in the first war. So I took this war pretty seriously, and I decided to bring Captain America Infinity War in for the first time in quite a while. So this is a Guillotine 29-9 on Vigorous Assault with Arc Overload. So the problem with this fight is that every time that Guillotine here has a regen buff, keyword buff, she's going to go unblockable. And with the Arc Overload, she starts the fight, and every 20 seconds, she'll be unblockable. Luckily, this person is running Suicide, so every SP1 that I dodge, she will be taking 5% health. And luckily, I can evade her SP1. I used to not be able to, but that makes her quite a bit easier. And I do have to deal with her miss mechanic if I do not throw heavy attacks, and I also have to deal with her occasional unblockable, especially there. I got a little bit lucky. I got a nice intercept in. And here, I'm just going to finish her off. Super easy and clean fight. Really no problem at all. So next up, we have a Sorcerer Supreme with Masochism. I actually suck at fighting Sorcerer Supreme. She's not quakeable, and you can kind of ghost her, but it's kind of down to RNG. But I have gotten better at fighting her thanks to the woman's boss rush, especially fighting her stun immune, which makes her so much easier to fight with Masochism. The problem is I've gotten so used to fighting her stun immune that I kind of forgot that my stuns will actually trigger. So that was a little bit of a problem. And I have gotten quite a bit better. And there I was thinking that I couldn't bait out her SP1, similar to how I had to treat it in the boss rush. But I'm playing pretty well. Really no problem at all. I just gotta kind of play steady. And I'm also, if you notice, I'm doing a lot of shallow evades, or just not dodging at all, because I'm so used to not being allowed to activate buffs, especially in the boss rush. And here I don't know, I'm just being weird. I'm parrying the projectiles because I'm just not wanting to dodge them. Luckily I actually didn't, because I was worried about this person running Mystic Dispersion. I do not know if they were. I do not recall them running Mystic Dispersion. And that SP3 hit like a truck, which is really cool. There I got really unlucky. I don't really know what happened. I guess the timing was just a little bit off for that dodge there. And yeah, we're just getting this Sorcerer Supreme down. It has been a little bit of a long fight, but even though I tanked that SP1, I have glancing, and it really did not deal that much damage. And willpower was evening out the suicide damage, and I was healing pretty much the whole fight. So that was section 1. That really was not a problem at all. And those are the only fights I was using Cap for. So I was under a little bit of a time crunch here, so I did not get to turn on my ringer because I was in public. So sadly, there's no audio for this. Apologies for that. But first up, we have a Dormammu, and I'm going to be quaking this Dormammu. So on this node, if you ever activate a buff, they're going to get, I believe, an Ion Pulse Charge. The node is called EMP Modification. Forgot to mention that. And for each Ion Pulse Charge, when the defender activates a special attack, they are going to inflict a passive shock for each charge. And these charges reset after every special attack. But with Quake, since I'm not giving him a special attack, that one charge that I'm going to give him from my Dexterity buff, or Precision buff, is never going to get detonated. So it's really no problem at all. And it's just a standard Quake fight. Dormammu is pretty easy. He has, I would say, not slow or fast animations. They're about average. He is a intermediate Quake fight, I would say. He is chunky, so he's a little bit easier to predict. But his heavy attack timing is very different from other champions. But all in all, he is a Quake fight. He is super easy, as you guys can see. I've only taken suicide damage, which makes this fight so straightforward. Okay, so I had a little bit of lag, but we are moving on. So we're moving on to a magic with Vigor. So how Vigor works is the defender will gain a pretty substantial regeneration, I believe every 20 seconds. I was thinking about Archangel here, but I decided to go Quake. I believe it's every 20 seconds, but the timer resets if you get the defender past an interval of 25%. So there's the timer right there. But what's so good about Quake for Vigor is, especially for magic, because she just shuts down magic, but for Vigor, she just shuts off the timer if you don't make it to the 25% interval. Sadly, though, the interval will reset. I don't actually know why Quake just doesn't flat out shut off the node since I'm resetting the timer. I don't know. I don't really care either. But Magic does not have very much health, so every Quake cycle, she will go below about 25% health. So, as you guys can see, another 25% down. One more heavy attack cycle or aftershock cycle, and this Magic will be down. So, like I said, Magic never gained power, so I never had to deal with Limbo, which is the main annoying part about Magic. But that was a super straightforward fight, and here is where I made a really stupid mistake. So I brought Archangel into this quest as backup for Magic and Sinister. But I should have just Quake Sinister. This guy is Buffet and Lionheart, so every time I activate a buff, he's going to regen 15%. But if there's any reduction to healing, he will instead heal with, I believe, 300 to 400% potency. Here I was checking the boss nodes, making sure I didn't have any more Archangel fights, just in case. I did not, in fact, so I decided to go in Archangel. This was really stupid. I should have just Quaked the Sinister. It would have been one of the easiest Quake fights of my life, as usual. But my theory was, I'm not dealing most of my damage not through crits or basic attacks, it's going to be through damage. But every time I inflict poison, which I forgot about, I'm going to get degened. And as you guys saw, it was a massive degen. And every time that I inflict him with bleed or poison, if he throws an SP1, it's going to get reflected on me, which sucks. So I had to play so careful here. So I got Lionheart on me again because my ability X reduction was not enough in order to completely negate the node. But I'm at 39%, and this guy has 2 bleeds on him, and I do not want to get those reflected. So I'm just dashing back, making sure I survive the fight. So it was a sketchy fight. It wasn't necessarily not safe, but that fight could have gone badly very, very quickly. So now we got sound back, and I'm on backup, and the timer is around, I believe, 30 minutes, so I was really rushing here. But it's the Sun Immune Hazard Shift MODOK, or just node, right before the boss. And this is the last link. And the person that usually takes this died, so I just called in for backup. This guy is stun immune, and I find MODOK to be a very easy quick fight, as long as he does not throw his heavy attack. Because I suck at dodging MODOK's heavy attack. And in this fight, I'm not even joking, for the first time ever, I got a full heavy attack dodge off of MODOK's heavy. I swear on my life, I have never got one before. And there it was. I have no idea how I pulled it off, but somehow I luckily got the timing right. Even if I got hit by that, I would not have died, I don't think. But it's just a straightforward Quake fight. He's just stun immune, and he drops. Easy. And that was my war. There was really no problem at all. And now the boss is open. Like I said, 31 minutes left. Okay, so we did win this war. It was extremely close. We won it by about 1,100 points. So if you guys did not know, it looks like we won by a very substantial margin. But for actually winning the war, you get 50,000 bonus points. So we actually did win by a very close margin. It was an insanely close war. If I scroll down here, we did actually pull through in the end. It was very, very close till it got to Boss Island, like the last 2 or 3 fights. It kind of evened out, but it was a very, very close war the entire time. But we did win, so we are securing our spot in Tier 3. Hopefully we can make it up to Tier 2. But thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next video.